High definition. We're recording.
It's not even beating book time anymore. It's the extended test drives, the inspections, driving the car through the car wash, making sure the repair is done correctly, harnesses routed correctly, all harness clips.
Don't you need to introduce what we're doing? We need to have a conversation about what you're getting ready to show me. Or I need to...
No. He is reading a comment that he got on one of his videos.
Yes.
Where a shop owner reached out to him and said, Flat Rate is dead. And of course, this guy's name is Flat Rate Master. Like, of course he's going to defend Flat Rate. But I just wanted to see if he made some good points because neither one of us pay Flat Rate.
1, I am not driving a car through a car wash. 2, any good technician is going to do exactly what you say you want. Why? Because they're a good technician.
Okay, hold up. 1, first of all, I want to be very careful how I say this. We all have respect for one another in my facility, but I need to be real. If you work for me, we're going to do what needs to be done. Yeah. His logic is that I'm a technician. I shouldn't have to do that, right?
Well, that's what it came off as. But he makes the point that it's about production. Like, you're paying me X amount of dollars.
I agree with that.
I should be working on cars. Like, why do you have me doing this?
I understand. You have to defend your name. You're the Flat Rate Master. You have to defend Flat Rate, right? I'm still going to call BS. I'm still going to call BS.
Also, the fact of the matter is, you've capped their income. You have them doing car washes. That's just stupid. Hire some.
There was some creative editing in there.
Okay,
I cut some stuff out, but he was saying, talk about that point. So he's saying that you're capping their income, and there was a comment on this video where there was a technician that said they're going to have to pay me $72 an hour for me to make what I'm making now on Flat Rate if they move me to hourly.
And I understand that.
Well, hold on. I question that because. Is he assuming that he'd be working 40 hours a week? Because he's probably not working 40 hours a week at Flat Rate. He's probably working 50 or 60 hours a week, which is way more common when you're on Flat Rate. So once you break that down, that moves you into a much more like normal category of hourly wage.
First of all, we've got one problem, and that is that we've not been charging enough, so we can't pay enough. Right? No way around it. That's just what it is. If we're going to charge what we need to be charging, then we can pay what we need to be paying. And the problem with Flat Rate is it does encourage them to hustle and bustle. It encourages them to take shortcuts and look for ways around the repair. I don't care who you are. I get that a good technician is still going to do the job right, but everybody's looking for that shortcut. They want to go fast.
They need to go fast in order to make good money on Flat Rate.
Yeah.
It does incentivize efficiency.
Now, on capping their income.
Job. Yeah.
No, dude. I don't think this caps their income. Now, if you as a shop owner intend
if you're straight hourly, he's right.
Yeah, absolutely. If you intend to cap their income, yes, this will cap their income. I agree 110%. But if you put some incentive strategies in place that are about production, and so when the shop does well, they do well. When you put a pay plan in place that rewards them when the shop performs well as a whole, they do well. When you have profit sharing, employee ownership in your business, which is something I'm trying to figure out how to do now, it rewards them when they do well. The problem is Flat Rate is only focused on the hours. And so if we have a program that's based on the fact that the shop's got to be profitable, and maybe it's looking at net, and all of a sudden we say, look, the shop's net profit is really good, and you get this type of bonus because now warranty comes out of debt. All of these expenses come out of debt on top of that, right? So it allows us to have a way that we can look over this here and see things just a little bit differently as opposed to being 100% focused on just hours. It's one thing for me as the employer, as the boss, to focus on hours. It's another thing for the service writer and the technician to focus on hours because corners get cut.
You hear the stories all the time. It's like, hey, I took this 2.5 hour job in the last 30 minutes. Let's, you know, 2 people at the same time. Let's get it done.
I think Flat Rate, what it does is it tells me when I'm looking at a shop, if you are Flat Rate, your number one priority is dollar bills, right? That's your priority.
I had a technician who was getting recruited away, And I told that technician, look, this shop that you're going into is a most likely flat rate shop. You're not going to be given a lot of opportunities to learn. You move them into a flat rate situation. I get that they might make more money, but what does that do? If they don't have the skills to do that particular job, they don't get it.
I think there's two different generations. I think there's a few generational gaps here. We just did an episode on it, right? This next generation of employee that just went through the great resignation. This guy might be a hard worker. This guy might have morals and ethics that say, I won't shortcut this. I won't go behind my employer's back and work on another vehicle on the side. I won't. But this next generation is different. They're saying, I won't work for that. You need to guarantee me something good a week. Well, I'll give you a flat rate guarantee of 35 hours if you get it done. Right. But then that leads to an argument, right? Now, all of a sudden the work's here and the shop owner says, I gave you 35 hours, but you didn't get it done. Guess what? It leads to tension. It leads to an argument. This comes back
to certain
shop
places.
management.
That tech's gone.
Yeah.
Like it happens 3 or 4 weeks in a row. Like,
yeah,
hey, you're not
out.
meeting your minimum bonus or your minimum hour requirement. You're gone.
You're gone, buddy. Burn the road up.
If you're an hourly technician, you get sent home. You don't make money when it's slow.
That's
because you got sent home.
You ain't never
Chances
been in
are,
an
if you're
hourly
getting
shop.
paid hourly,
He ain't ever been in an hourly shop. That's his problem. That's why he doesn't see it. He's
I
never
don't
been
know,
in
man.
an hourly shop.
I know I've seen shops send people home in order to not have to pay as much payroll out. And so I understand, but
I mean, I guess
for
if
the
you're
most
a big
part, like you don't want
organization-
to shortcut that paycheck,
right?
because what are you encouraging them to do? Hey, my paycheck's going to be lower. What do you think they're doing?
Side jobs.
They're doing side jobs, moonlighting. That's a huge issue, right? Or they're looking for another job.
Yeah.
Like, why would you cut them loose?
Yeah.
Keep them at the shop. Like, let's do training. Pay them.
Look,
Figure it out.
It's a